So hi guys, today's podcast we have Ritto Prabhu with us, and as you all know, he owns VFXEXPRESS.com, which is kind of trending thing in LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook as well. So I'm gonna ask some questions regarding his work and his career and all the things which he is doing. So I'm really happy to invite Ritto to our podcast, and he accepted the invitation. So let's start the session by asking him some questions. So hi Ritto, how are you?
Hi, thank you for inviting me over here. Hi man, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good too.
Yeah.
So like I say, I'm really happy to make you part of our podcast, and I'm really eager to listen to all your insights you're gonna share in this podcast.
Sure.
Yeah. So like everyone knows VFXEXPRESS.com. So I just want to get some intro about yourself. If there is any person who is watching Ritto for the first time, or who is listening to Ritto for first time, and who doesn't know anything about VFXEXPRESS.com, so I want a quick intro from you.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Hi guys,
Yeah.
this is Ritto Prabhu here. So founder and managing director of VFX-Express online media, and I also am an independent VFX producer. So about the VFX-Express, VFX-Express is an online media, so completely dedicated for the VFX and 3D industry. So here we cover up like VFX breakdowns, company news and informations, jobs informations, and other VFX stuff we will be covering up over here. Okay, so we also have a social media platforms too. We have that Instagram, and we have in LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook, and also in Twitter.
What is your educational background when you started thinking about visual effects and animation?
Yeah, sure. My educational background is completely different what I do right now. So I come from that in engineering background. So in school
really?
days, I studying in a school days itself, I have completed 3D animation courses. I was doing my 8th standard and 9th standard at a time. I took my 3D animation courses. So as once I was getting into like engineering, I did computer education, computer engineering in that. So I was being more crazy about to getting into this field, but at that time I didn't know about how to get into that. So I was been talking with my parents to join this academic, or I wanted to learn this kind of things as I was told, but my parents didn't accept it. So I took engineering. So after completing engineering, I was getting into media. So I worked in media channel. So through my family, friends as reference, I get into media. So initially I started my journey in a production person. I worked as an assistant production person in television.
Yeah.
So later on, I comes to know about animation and visual effects education. I did courses for that, like specialization courses, like 6 to 7 month courses I taken and took that in Chennai. So after completing my courses, I was being blanked because no one's to guide me to get into visual effects company. So what I did again, I back to join in a media television channel itself. So after a year gone, I back to come into visual effects studio. I worked in a basic department, in a technical department, but I'm not satisfaction in that because of my background is completely come from in the production side. So I was more interested because previously I was worked in a production, like a production assistant, production coordinator, assistant director. So lots of these kinds of roles that I have played at previous. So I was doing this kind of technical courses. I was more interested to know about it, but like little passion, but I was more interested to do that. Later on, I comes to know about in the VFX production department. So I was delved into that. So I initially worked as a production coordinator. I started my journey in that artistic department. I'm not having that much of experience in artistic department. Little experience, I have like 3 months to 4 months. So, but in the production, I have a huge experience on,
Yeah, cool. So So like while you studying, like what course you were completing?
Yeah, well, I was taking a visual effects. That course name is like that they have like some of
It's
the
kind
code. Yeah, they have kept some of the code. It's not like that name in there.
No, it's kind of like you have started from graphic design, or
No,
it
no,
was
no,
kind
no.
of like
They
specialization
get
in
in
animation.
completely into like they have more focused on the like compositing and VFX stuff as
Oh,
they
okay.
are more focus about it.
Okay, so you
I have
were
studied like
like you were
compositing,
concentrating.
match moving, and basic
Oh,
3D
okay.
stuffs. All the things that I have studied.
Oh, cool. So, according to you, like, how can a beginner can get into the industry? Like, what kind of education? What kind of like now everything is shifting to
Yes,
kind of online education.
yes.
So you prefer like anyone can learn in online and can be successful in the work also?
Actually, to get into visual effects, first of all, they have to know about the fundamentals well. Okay, so even after the completing of the courses, lots of guys still knows about the fundamentals. They have to learn about the fundamentals and the foundation. Like lots of in via the online and like academics, lots of people are taking a fundamental courses of that. Start from in pre-production to post-production. It's an overview of the courses they can take and learn. Once they've been fixed out which department they are more interested, later on they can focus on that department and they can move on into that. Because in my career, I have been in oscillation, which department has been very comfortable for me, which has been good. Like kind of things is we have a plenty of departments, right? We will be learn all the departments. So we didn't know about it. So at the time, so once we complete the courses, only we knows about it. Okay, so these are the departments are available. But the guys just didn't focus about it. Okay, specialized it for particular on the department. So my suggestion could be who wants to get into visual effects as a freshman stages. So they wants to study initial the fundamental courses. Once you complete the fundamental courses perfectly, then you chooses which is being more interested. Let you focus on that department. So it will help you in further things.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to get into production kind of work or job,
Definitely.
Is there any specific course for that?
Actually, the production, anyone can come into the production. The main skill they wants to like communication. The language communication is very important in a production, and the management skill is very important. That's two skill is very important in a production. So that's what I told you, right?
So
My past experience, I was worked in a media television channel. So there I completely in a production basis. So I worked it as an assistant production person, worked it as an assistant director.
Okay.
So these environmental will help me to get into VFX productions also. It helped me a lot to do work perfectly in this too. So who wants to get into a production? It's, all the people can get into the production, but main skill aspects, they should have to good communication skill and the management skills. And the software skills is also it's very important, but it's not a bigger software skill. It's a basic Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. That's it. They should have to know about it.
Yeah. So like most people don't know much about the production kind of like what kind of role is that and what work they do and anything like that, because when we go to an institute to learn visual effects and animation, they will just concentrate mainly on the software side, like the artist side. When we are getting a job in a company, then we will get to know people works as a production coordinator or production assistant or production manager or anything like that. So like if we have a capability of maintaining the schedules and managing people, I mean the people skills, so like those people are like they can easily move to this field and they can choose this field, right?
Yes, definitely. Who are more interested that kind of skill aspects, they are most welcome to the production. We have like lots of stage in the production, so initially you cannot directly get into as a production coordinator. So first stage you have to work as an assistant coordinator. So that's role you have to play first initially. You need to get a hands-on experience on the floor. So once you are comfortable with the software and people handling all the things, so later on, they will be in test you by the skill aspects, everything. and later on you'll be promoted into as a production coordinator. So production coordinator, it's like a difficult task really. So it's not an easy task. So we have to maintain all the things as so time to time, all the things as we have to maintain. It's very difficult task. From the outside view, as in you guys as artists, so from your outside perspective view, the production coordinator job role has been easy. But we working in as a production, it's very difficult. So once you've been getting a good experience in the production, then you can get it into as an line producer. So once you have a huge experience on line producer, like money handling things, so artist handling things, everything you'll be learned from there. And once you have a good experience, then you can become as a producer. So right now I was an independent producer. I'm not working in any company, so I'm doing independently.
Okay, so cool.
This particular education is also providing in India. So you knows about nativepuppets.com, right?
I know. I know Vignesh Natarajan. He was there in my last podcast. He's working in nativepuppets.com.
Native Puppet is they are giving like production courses also. Who wants to get in into
really?
They have a production courses also. Like production courses in the shotgun application. They are giving a training for the shotgun application.
Is it kind of like online training, or is it kind of like mentorship or something like that?
It's kind of online course, so it's completely an online course.
Even I don't know much about this, man. Thanks for sharing all these things.
So they have like shotgun courses and other stuff. And if you want to do like a production courses, lots of websites there. I can share you with you.
We will just share that all these things in description, because
sure.
I used to get messages from artists who wants to get into production kind of work and all these things, because I was not having that much experience. I was not able to share much things to them. I think this podcast will definitely help.
Sure. I will be share that links.
Thank you, Mantha. So as you know, we are in a terrible situation now, so we don't want to speak much about the negative parts of the job or the industry now. So as a reputed person in visual effects, can you share some positive insights about the present situation happening? There are a lot of job losses, and even the shoot is not happening because of this pandemic situation. So any positive insights about that?
Actually, as I already shared this information with you, so in a positive one video I have shared with you.
We have done one video. We have done one video with that.
In my point of view, it's everything. It's like temporary only. So who have been laid off from the company, it's like temporary only. So again, movie production companies will restart their works, and lots of movie shooting will happen, and the post-production company will also get lots of works. So once we getting the lots of works, definitely the studio require the manpower. So again, the studio will hire the lots of artists. So this situation, it's temporary only. So as you artists, so mostly, in regular days, you don't have the much times to learn any new things. So you can utilize this time in different way. You can learn lots of things and lots of stuff you can learn it and upgrade yourself. So definitely the new job opportunity will come, and companies will hire lots of people. As of now, it's like some of the companies start hiring the people. I also have shared a job posted in my pages also. Nowadays, just like companies start hiring the people. So only thing, as in your artist, you have to prepare any time. So if tomorrow any company is giving opportunity for you, you have to prepare well for that. So because after this pandemic over, competition will be very higher. So lots of people are there still waiting for the job. So if any companies are giving opportunity for one particular department, lots more people will apply for that. Nearly 400 or 300 maybe. So they will apply in that. So the filtration process also will be very hard in upcoming days. So as you're an artist, you have to groom yourself well. So once you've been prepared well for that, definitely you can get it in back to the companies. As a fresher, also the same thing. So fresher also will give the opportunity. The company will give opportunities. The thing is that
I was about to ask about freshers, Okay,
so cool.
Yeah, no, actually, I want to know like there are a lot of comments coming like I'm pressure when I will get a job and all these things. So I used to tell them like now the situation anyone can't judge actually. So
Yeah.
it's time for
And
you
the
to
main
prepare.
thing
Like
is that like
you,
lots of
yeah,
people are inquiring with me also. Lots of freshers are
yeah,
inquiring with me. Well, I was
yeah,
checking their profile and checking their showreel. It's not
mhm.
related to the particular department which they are going to apply. For lots of
Oh,
guys have been asking like I'm a compositor, so I
mhm.
wants to like job kind of things. So they are sending the reels and they are sending their resumes and all. But it's
Mhm.
not related to that department. The skill aspect what they have learned it is not matched to that department, particular department.
Yeah,
So my suggestion,
yeah,
as you are the fresher, let you focus completely which department you want to get in into that, and let you
yeah,
spend a lots of time for that. Okay, learn what I said it in previous. Learn like fundamental things. It's very important. As you are a
mhm.
compositor, you knows about it. It's very important, right? To know about the
Yeah,
fundamental things of compositing, and
mhm.
in your YouTube channel also you have been put on lots of video regards that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
as in a fresher person, you have to know about all the stuffs. Let do me a profile and let you. Learn
yeah.
lots of new things. Company will definitely give opportunity for you guys.
Mhm.
Once you have
Yeah,
the
the thing
quality
is
of work,
like,
yeah,
yeah, the thing is like now every fresher just want to get into compositing. It's kind of very difficult, as you told. Like
yeah, it's very
we
difficult, but
have,
it's possibilities
yeah,
there. Manoj,
yeah,
like once you have a good stuff, definitely company will give
yeah, of
opportunity.
course, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
know all
up
the
to
technical stuff, company won't reject you
definitely,
because
definitely,
yeah,
yeah, definitely. Like so, I will always suggest like if you are a roto artist and if you want to move into compositing, you can't move like that. You have to be efficient, or you have
yes,
to learn prep, and
yes,
you have to
yes,
like know the tricks at least. If you don't have
yes,
experience, also it will work. But you know, you should know uh, the techniques or the content. So
yes,
if you don't have that skills, no one is gonna hire you in compositing directly. So
yes,
as Rito
yes,
told, like you have the time now, you can learn a lot of stuff from internet. So that's what it should be, right?
yes. They should have to know about lots of things because our
Yeah.
industry has been upgrading very fast. So we
Mhm.
are getting into very new technologies. Even the senior artists also learning regular basis. So you are a fresher person, you have to learn a lot of things. So you don't have the enough time for that. So utilize this time in that. Okay, so learn a
Yeah.
lot of things. So as I told you, like let you connect with the senior persons. All the peoples are available in LinkedIn. You can connect with them and you
Yeah.
can share your works to them and get the feedback from them. And again
Yeah.
recorrect your works and again you rework that things.
Yeah.
So
Everybody
once
is
you have
selling
been
that nowadays.
yeah,
Yeah.
once you are spending a lots of times only that quality of work will becomes. So let you spend a lots of time for that.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
nowadays as we expect from the production point of view, we expect lots
oh,
of genderless persons only. We don't expect. We don't require
of course.
only the
Yeah.
compositors, only the roto artists. We
Yeah.
require as a
Multiple
genderless
skills.
person. Yeah, multiple things as you should have to know about it.
Yeah. Cool.
Because in a
So,
financial point of view, we will have like we can able to save
understood.
some of the
Understood.
money savings in that.
Yeah, understood. So, like, you have any idea like how jobs are going to be transformed in the upcoming days when everything will be normal? I don't know when everything will get back to normal. So, how things change? Like, as you told now, companies will prefer artists with multiple skills. So,
Yes,
according to
definitely.
you, like, what are the major changes gonna happen in our visual effects and animation industry? So,
Actually,
yeah.
major changes like the companies will prefer more genderless persons like that. As I told
Mm-hmm.
earlier, the competition will be very higher. So the
Mm-hmm.
company filtration process will be very higher in upcoming days. So
Yeah.
even yesterday I have posted one job opportunity in Indian-based
Mm-hmm.
company. The company got like more than 600 presses of resumes. Okay,
Oh,
so it's very harder time for the companies to filter all the profiles, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
then the company will be go ahead like who are the persons knows extra things. So like genderless point of. So the
yeah.
company will go ahead like that. So if you are
Mm-hmm.
applying any jobs, additional requirements also they will be expect from you.
Yeah, sure. Any tips you would like to give for our community members, like those
Yeah,
people who
sure.
have already experience and they are waiting for things to change? So, any tips like you would like to give them?
I like to share more tips because in this pandemic situation, lots of people are affecting, and
Yeah.
lots of guys have lost their
I know
jobs.
you were doing a lot of good things for the industry and all these things. So that's why I asked this question to you. Like, if you could give any positive insights for the,
Yes, definitely.
I mean, not from freshers.
Yeah. Common things is I will be sharing
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
So as you artist, whatever it is, so the main thing is that the money handling is very important. Okay, so in our industries, a majority of people in the age of like 25 to 40, right? So most of the
Yeah.
like in the teenagers were working in our industry. So the teenagers didn't knows about that money handling skills. So because that guys is maybe getting like 30,000 to 40,000 salaries. If the guys is having that skills of money handling and saving skills, in this pandemic situation, the guys is can able to survive normally. So after the pandemic situation over, once you back to normal, kindly let you save it some of the amount from your salary. It's very important. Because you cannot always believe on the studio, so you also have to become as an independent worker. Okay, so I mean learn a lot of things, as then only the independent works will comes to you. Okay, so if you are a generalist person, is only that freelancer works will the persons will give works to you. So these are the things as you have to learn in upcoming days. Savings and learning new things and always wants to be in a positive. If we think is negative always in our mind, so we cannot able to work in further things. So whatever the problem comes, is you have to face that. Okay, so definitely one solution will be there. So okay, you have to create the solution. So let you face that challenge and go ahead. Yes.
So is it like any kind of shootings are happening, or I heard like most of the companies or most of the studios are changing into virtual production kind of techniques. So you have any idea of like what's happening?
Actually, the filmmaking process now it's slowly changing. So after this COVID situation, the filmmaking process is nowadays is slowly changing, and in future, a lot more upgrade will be there in the filmmaking process itself. Lots of new departments will create in company also. But we have to wait for that. As you are an artist person, you always have to be updated. What is current? Technology is going on. What are the R&D research the companies are doing? That kind of news is you have to aware about it. Then only once any new department comes, as you can able to adopt it and you can learn that things is. So now the virtual productions on all the things is happening, and nowadays it's like the companies also literally interested to get into that.
Yeah. So what do you think about the automation happening in our industry?
That's what I'm telling, right? So lots of things is going on. It's in RT. So I hope like this only will be implemented.
Okay, so like I heard about the Rotobot plugin and all. It's kind of like automatic rotoscopies, which no one have thought before. Okay, it would happen. One plugin or one gizmo will come and do roto instead of one human. So it's kind of like revolutionary, right? So
yes,
do
actually,
you
if
think
any new
artificial
department is
intelligence
coming, one old department will be in the market will be very low. Okay, so as you are an artist person, you always have to be an upgraded person. You have to learn.
That's what I want to listen. Like people should be like, most of the guys are outdated because they don't want to learn much things.
Yes,
they don't want to implement their time in learning. But now things are changing a lot faster.
Yes.
I would tell, like, so we have to be updated. Till like today, one technology is coming means we have to know. I mean, we don't have to like experience that, but we have to know that technology came into the industry and just try to learn what is that and how it works, at least,
Yes.
right?
Actually, we comes to in this industry, it's a passion. Okay, so it's nobody force you to come into this industry. So everybody comes in the passion. So all the guys have a passion about this industry. So learn a lot of things is in our industry. We have a plenty of department, no technical things is going on in industry. As in a production persons also, we are also learning a lots of new things as we are in production. Things is also lots of new things as are changing in our enders also.
So I just want to know one thing, Prabhu, like how you maintain work-life balance?
Okay, so I have completely dedicated my time for VFX, so I don't have any other commitments in family side or in my personal, so I can able to utilize all my time in VFX.
Yeah, that's why we are getting all these updates in website, I guess.
Because some guys have a commitment, some guys are married person, so they're gonna get a commitment, works, all the things. For me, it's no commitment from my family, and also like it's like freely to do at all the things. So I more focusing on doing this kinds of work.
Great. So we'll just talk about VFX-Express now, like.
Sure.
Like how the idea came to your mind, like you want to start VFX-Express, because like the reason behind that?
Sure. I will be sharing you that thing. So VFX-Express, I have started on 2017. Okay. So what the idea came on my mind. So I was in a production person. Okay. So regularly I follows a lots of companies' newses and company breakdowns and other newses, all the things that I regularly follows. More than like 300 pluses kinds of company newses and company breakdowns I regularly follow. That's my job because I was in a production. So training, I was in a training. So that's my job. So I keep on watching all the companies, things as newses and other things. I thought that why can't we share what are the things that we have learned to the common artists. So that's my idea came on my. So it's an overnight idea. So on the day itself, I have opened the page. So on the day itself, I have given a name. So that's called VFX-Express. Initially, I don't have the website. So initially, I have opened the Facebook page alone. So later on, I'm getting a good response from that audience. So I have started a website. Then I have shared what are the information over there also. And later on, I was getting into other social media platforms also.
Like, is there any future plans for VFX-Express which you would like to share with us?
Future plans definitely is there for me because as of now, I'm just covering a few categories only. So VFX breakdowns and companies, news and other informations and job things as well. So I have taken a few interviews with the people also. I have posted in my website. And future plans, I'm going to cover up like lots of technical articles, kind of stuff that I'm going to plan to cover up in my website.
Oh wow, amazing.
I was working on that because it's very helpful for an artist to read that kind of thing.
To get update.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Nice. So like I used to get some negative comments about VFXEXPRESS.com, so I want to clarify that doubt with you. Like some people tells like VFX-Express, you don't have to follow VFXEXPRESS.com because it's kind of copy paste and all those things. So I used to tell them like, okay, whatever it is, he's doing something which is really helpful for this community. So I just want to know, like I know the truth, but I just want to know from you, like how you're getting all these updates and what is the background story of this?
It's like common things is only. Okay, so updates where I'm getting from the company itself. Okay. The company itself officially posted their breakdowns. Okay. So from my platform, I'm just featuring their works and I'm just delivering the content to the audience. So nowadays I'm getting update from the company and the companies are connected with me and they are sharing their works and their news is what's happening over there and job information also the companies are sharing. And also lots of artists like worldwide, they are sharing their works with us to post in my pages. It's very helpful for artists to getting their freelance works as via my page also. I have posted lots of artistic works in my page.
Yeah, good.
So the copy paste like comments like maybe the guys could watch that content and directly the website. Again, I have posted the same thing. Maybe me thought like that. But like the content is common to everyone. So one company is posting one content, so every online media will be repost the works in their platform. If any companies like top companies are being publishing their new breakdowns, every online media will take that content from their website and they will be posted in their online media. That's what.
Yeah, I want to make it clear to the audience that it's not kind of a copy paste thing. You have a lot of contacts outside.
It's not like copy paste. I also do rework for that. Simply I don't take the content and repaste it in my website. I will collect certain information about the project, how many shot they have worked at, who's the supervisors and producers, and what are the interesting things that they've done it in this, what are the interesting new technology they have done it in this. I will connect with that person and get that information from the company, and I will be edited and I will be posted in my website.
I got it. So
actually, it's to getting that information. It's very hard. We need to spend a lot of time for that. As in your YouTube, I hope you know about it.
That's what I used to tell people. Like, however it is, he's doing some kind of help to the community. So we should respect that. We should not tell like this is that and that is this. So we should respect for what he's doing. So I just want to make this thing clear to every people who watches this podcast. So VFXEXPRESS.com is kind of
because thing is I follow lots of companies. Okay, so as you're an artist person, you cannot follow lots of companies pages regularly. So one platforms connect to all the contents. You can go and check it out. It's an easy task, right? So I that idea comes in my mind. So regularly I follow lots of companies, updates and news, all the things. So I thought to get all the contents in one medium platform. In my website I have added like more than 3,200 plus of contents, VFX breakdowns and other news also.
Any plans of coming into YouTube?
YouTube is already there. I just posting that VFX breakdowns in YouTube.
Okay. Got it. So you have any idea of starting any kind of new series in your YouTube, like any interview kind of series?
Yeah, that's what I just planning to do in the future, because this time management is very difficult for me to go ahead all the categories.
Of course.
Because I'm only the person managing all the tasks. So for me it's very difficult to manage in all the tasks, because each platform it's been different in social media. That timing also is been different in each platform. The content delivery is very important. The quality content we have to cross check it out. All the things simply we cannot get that information. We cannot post it. That things is we need to check it out, cross check it out. That things is even if I publishing a job opportunity also, I need to cross check it out about the studio and their profiles also. Whether the studio is authenticated, it's located in the same places. I will be connect with the HR and I will be inquire about how many job roles you have, numbers required. All the things is I will be inquire with the HR person and collect that information, and I will be post that information.
Good. So I want to ask one personal thing, like how many countries have you traveled for this, for at least visiting studios and all those things?
Actually, like visiting studio, like for an official, I didn't go.
So I've seen your photos. I've seen your photo like in Bangkok, some Monk studios, I guess.
Monk studio.
I have seen photos of you while you were in London, I guess. So I just want to like, what is the personal experience of traveling to all these countries?
It's traveling. I like travels, so I like to travel in lots of countries. So travel is my hobby. I used to travel lots, and the company studio visiting, it's to get attached with the studio and to knows about the studio culture and how the artist was inside it. All the things as we can know about it by that studio visit. I have a special categories in my website. It's like inside studio. For that I have visited like companies. Initially I have started the journey in like Chennai. I have visited all the studios in Chennai. So Pot VFX, Phantom FX, VFX, Basil Fly, Mr. VFX. So all the companies I have visited, Hula Hoops.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Almost all the companies I have visited. But the time it's very it's not enough for me, so I couldn't able to travel some of the studios. I'm getting the time because I'm living in Chennai and sometimes I'll be in London. So the living places nearby the studios only at a possible time to visit there.
Got it. So I just want to I'm just curious about what is your view about madlookzVFX?
Yeah, it's interesting. What you're doing, it's very appreciable things. So I'm following a long time while you're studying your channel, and it was very good. Regularly I follow your channel also. Lots of information you're sharing in that, and lots of upcoming artists get benefit from that. Your channel is very good. Your content and your quality you're improving regularly. It's very good.
I also I used to read about VFXEXPRESS.com from 2017-18 I guess, and we used to speak about I used to constantly ask you about can I get you some time for interview or anything like that. We were,
actually this interview we have planned it long years back, but the time is not comfortable for me.
I know you were busy, and sometimes you will tell okay, this day we will plan and it will be
because
I will be busy
you all contact me at the time I was doing the producing work also.
I got it.
He knows well about it. Producing task is not an easy task because the time is not being enough for us. So always run here and there like that.
Got it. At least now it happened, and now I'm able to ask all those questions which I have noted 2 years back. So what is your personal future plans? You are gonna stick with the VFXEXPRESS.com, or you are gonna you're going back to your producer kind of role?
Actually, past years itself I was been maintaining 2 job roles in one plate only. So I don't going to leave anything, so whether it's producing work or VFX work. It's both this my passion. So I love this job, so I doing dedicatedly. So in future also VFX-Express also I will be continue, and my producing job also I will be continue.
Cool. So that's it, the time which you allowed for me I guess. So we will end the podcast here, and any final tips for becoming successful in respective careers for all the artists you would like to share?
Sure. Actually, first of all, in this pandemic situation, all the artists are being in a sadness. So my advice to all of them: don't be in a sad, and let you connect with lots of artists, get lots of information from them, share your works, get knowledge from them also. Okay, so be positive always. So that's a word I always say to everyone. So be positive always. And all that situation will get back to normal, because almost nowadays is the companies start doing works as back. The shooting also started. So in some other countries like New Zealand, Germany, Sweden, they restart the works as. Even in Canada too, it's some companies are restart the works as
it's happening.
So you don't want to worry about it. So definitely you will be back to a normal. So until that, let you upgrade yourself and be positive. That's it.
Cool.
For financial problems, you can work as an independently. Okay, so lots of freelance works nowadays is coming. You can get that opportunity. So you have to be active on LinkedIn, then will you some of possibility to get that freelance work. You need to interact with lots of people. So then only the people will refer you for that regards the work. So I mean, keep on update your works in LinkedIn and connect with lots of people in LinkedIn and daily interact with them. So definitely the people will recommend you for freelance works.
So thank you so much, Ritto, and I really appreciate the time. So
yeah, thank you so much for inviting me here.